part of this show. I know your public will be delighted to learn the name of your favorite cigarette.
I prefer this one.
What is its number?
Number 3.
Why, Miss Collins, you ought to be congratulated on your good judgment. You have chosen Little Nuggets. And remember, there's not a belch in the boatload.
Life's a play from the start. It's hard to play through a part when there's an ache in your heart all day. I have my dreams till the dawn. I wake to find they are gone. But still the play must go on. They say when I pretend I'm gay, I never feel that way. I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine. When I hold back a tear to make a smile appear, I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine, painting the blues, beautiful hues, colored with gold and old rose. Play the clown, trying to drown all of my woes. Though things may not look right, they'll all turn out all right if I keep painting the clouds with sunshine. When I pretend I'm gay, I never feel that way. I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine. When I hold back a tear to make a smile appear, I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine.
pleasure to wait on you.
Oh, Bonnie, don't kid me. You've told that to every girl in the chorus.
Oh, Jerry, you know, I can give you
Oh,
any...
forget it. Say, how about the party?
Already. Now, you can get Mabel and Topsy and the whole bunch, and we'll make a big night of it. What do you say?
I'll be with you just as soon as I change my clothes and round up the bunch.
Okay.
Well, the girl I really admire is Jerry. Most of us are no slouches when it comes to getting the things we want, but we must up and declare ourselves. Oh, mister,
Please buy me that.
but with Jerry, well, things just ooze her way. How does she do it?
Jerry tries to be a good fellow, and the men like it.
Pretty soft. The only way I can get anything out of a man is to knock him down or marry him.
Furthermore, Jerry always makes the men come across and never does herself.
The men will pay more for a thrill than the real thing. The sap.
Well, I thrilled a big flypaper man from Seattle the other night. At least I thought I did. And all he sent me was a postcard. Having wonderful time. Wish you were here.
You girls are simply terrible. All you think of when you meet a man is how much money he's got.
Well, what do you expect us to figure out, Girl Scout? How much we can save him by darning his socks?
Hey, kids, hurry up. Bonnie's waiting to give us a party.
Did he bring his horse?
Come on.
Oh, we're going on a party. Oh, we're going on a party. We're going to make whoopee.
Well, I don't care what you all say about men. My Wally is different. My Wally.
Love, love, love. Oh, I love to be in love when the little birds are full of sap and the little trees are twittering.
Now, when you talk of wedlock, it really makes me grin. It's like a wrestler's headlock right underneath your chin. They say we're all intended to live in harmony. The theory is splendid, but in reality, he'll go out and gamble, and he'll go out and drink, and she will stay at home beside the kitchen sink until they fall in love. He'll be so polite, but after they are wed, say he'll be eating peanuts every night in bed until they fall in love. Oh, how different lovers are when alone on his tide. He prefers a good cigar to his darling bride, and she will murmur, sweetheart, oh, whither shall we fly? And he will softly say, oh, go lay down and die. And
Stop teasing the kid, will you? Hello? Tell him to come right up. It's Wally, dear.
Wally? Oh, Jerry, hadn't I better change my dress and fix my hair?
You look pretty enough as you are. Go on out and meet him. He's on his way up.
Oh, boy, I wish I had a nice hot potato coming to see me.
Somebody better feed Mabel a man pretty soon. She's getting hungry.
That's right. I'm getting to the point where I don't care what kind of a man he is, as long as he has pants and an income.
And you're not so particular about the pants, are you, darling?
Please remember my bridge words.
Well, when he got back from California this morning, I told him that I was going to marry an actress.
Bye. He calls you an actress. That's what love does to a man.
What I really told him was the truth, that she was in the chorus. The minute I mentioned the word chorus, he flew up and hit the ceiling. When I walked out on him, he was just starting through the roof.
But he hasn't even seen me.
That wouldn't make any difference to a stubborn idiot like him. He blatted away, yelling that all chorus girls were alike. Smoked, drank, sat up all night, wallowed in furs and jewels, and... oh, he's a corker.
I don't smoke and I don't drink. And the only time the poor kid ever stayed up after midnight was when her grandma was sick.
Yes, but try and convince Uncle Stephen. What's more, he's on his way over here this very minute to raise the dickens. I rushed over here ahead of him to tell Violet not to let him frighten her.
Good. Let him come over. It'll be a great chance for him to meet Violet. Then he can see for himself what a sweet kid she really is.
Jerry, dear, please. I couldn't talk to him. Why, I'd die of fright.
Don't let him scare you, honey. What burns me up is the things he's been saying about us show people.
Wally, will he really come here?
He will, and probably with old man Blake, his lawyer. He doesn't go to bed nights without consulting his lawyer.
Well, if he gets tough, he'll need a doctor as well as a lawyer.
I was never so frightened in all my life. I dread him coming here.
I don't feel like cheering myself. Trying to think of how to calm him. He'll probably be on fire when he gets here.
I'll take care of him. I live here. He'll insult nobody in my home. Come on, kids. I'll have Sadie get you some lunch.
And he says to me, dearie, do you believe in love in a cottage? Sure, says I, but the cottage must be in my name. You imagine that, guy?
Oh, you're just a type.
Well, of course, I think what Topsy was just telling us in the bedroom is very interesting.
Well, it's this way. When I want one thing, I don't run after it.
Well, you should. It would reduce you.
Well, I don't. I just sit at home and concentrate.
Well, chicken, what do you do when you sit at home and concentrate?
I just make a mental image of what I want, and I sit and look at it till I get it. Of course, it doesn't always work 100%. Once I concentrated on a chinchilla coat. I got an Angora cat.
Your mental image must have been wrong.
Yeah, that and the chump I hadn't told.
Bill, don't tell anybody, but Wally's uncle is coming, so you run along. I'll see you at the theater tonight. Bye-bye.
Oh, good enough, old thing. We were just going to toddle along anyway.
Say, Jerry, how old is Wally's uncle?
Lay off. If there's any nice old men floating around, I live here.
Maybe he isn't so old. Come on now, everybody out. Hurry up.
Come on, shove off.
I think it's terrible being put
Well,
up here.
come on, Queen Mary, I'm hungry.
Eh bien, where shall we déjeuner?
If we meet at John, we'll designate at the Ritz. If we go along, we'll eat at the Automat. Come on, Wet Smack.
Oh, such vulgarity. Au revoir, my darling.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello? Tell him to come right up.
Jerry, was that Uncle Steve who just phoned?
Yes. Get back in the dining room, please. Mabel, dear, darling, get out of here quickly. Go have your face lifted or get x-rayed or something.
Yeah, I'll go and have my balloon tires pumped up.
Sadie, quick, the door.
Yes, I'm hurrying just as fast as I can. Mr. Lee, Miss Jerry.
Come in.
Mr. Lee, Wally's uncle.
Oh, yes. I'm Jerry Lamar. Won't you sit down?
So this is where you live, eh?
Yes, this is where I live.
Just the sort of place that would attract a young man in his first love affair. Young idiot. Where is Wally?
He'll be back.
Afraid to face me, eh?
Please, Mr. Lee, I didn't really think it was...
I know all about it. The important thing is you're trying to ensnare my nephew.
Not at all. I personally...
Would you mind not interrupting? You want to marry Wally?
But I tell you,
There's nothing you can tell me. I understand the situation perfectly.
All right, have it your way. I want to marry Wally.
And you're somewhat influenced by the fact that you acquire a few $1 million as well as a husband.
Oh, nonsense.
Young lady, I wish to make this definite statement to you here and now. If Wally marries you, he won't have a cent. Not one single penny.
I don't want a penny. Wouldn't know what to do with one. Mr. Lee, this is really all very silly.
Of course, if you intend to treat it as a joke, we'll...
But it is. It's a beautiful joke, and the joke's on you.
Oh? What do you mean?
I'll tell you later, and the later I tell you, the better the joke will be.
Miss Lamar, what I object to is the whole idea of Wally marrying a chorus girl, whether it's you or anybody else.
Say, what did a chorus girl ever do to you?
Nothing. What I mean is this. If I married a girl, I'd hate to think that any man who had the price of a theater ticket would have the privilege of seeing her on the stage undressed.
Oh, Mr. Lee, I'm blushing.
Well, partly undressed. I feel that the privilege is to be reserved for the husband.
Oh, you goody man.
Miss Lamar, I made the mistake of trying to treat you as an intellectual equal. I gave you credit for a certain amount of common sense and good breeding. I see now that I was completely wrong. Good day.
Oh, please, Mr. Lee, don't be so cruel. Don't ask me to give Wally up. Please let me marry him. Don't you understand? I love him.
Now,
Love
what's
him.
the use of hysterics? I never alter my decision.
Say, listen. I try to be nice. I try to act like a lady. But you've hurt my feelings, so now I think I'll act natural. And believe me, I'm no custard pudding.
My dear Miss
Get a
Lamar.
load of this, baby. Me and Wally are going to get married in the swellest church in town. Every guy I ever run around with will be on deck. It'll be the loudest, biggest, knock down and drag out riot that ever made him call out the police reserve. Like it or lump it, he's going to marry me. Try that on your Aunt Emma's piano.
I realize that any further discussion between us personally is quite impossible. You force me to consult my lawyer. He's waiting for me downstairs.
Bring him up. Bring a lawyer, the police, the fire department, the Marines, but nobody can take Wally away from me.
Well, what happened?
Uncle Steve just went down to get his lawyer. He's frothing at the mouth.
Oh, I told you he was hopeless.
Hopeless is right. He walks in here, takes it for granted that I was violent, wanted to marry you, and wouldn't even let me explain. But an idea hit me while he was raving. Yes, sir, a hot idea. A little wild, but good.
What is it?
Well, as long as he insisted I wanted to marry Wally, I egged him on.
Well, what are we going to do about
The
it?
plan is perfectly simple. I'm a bold, bad, scheming hussy fighting to marry Wally. If I lay it on thick enough, Uncle Steve will get down on his knees to any girl who'll have Wally away from me. And you're that girl, Vi. Don't you understand?
Jerry, that's a great idea.
I think so, too.
Now, pay attention, honey. Get on the right side of Uncle Steve. Play up to him. Do a lot of nice little things for him. Light his cigarette. Do that schoolgirl stunt you did in the last show.
You mean this? I prefer apples, sir.
That's perfect, darling. There he is now. You two beat it. I'll handle him. Hurry up. Now, don't lag. Down, Teddy. Go on. When I become a bride, I'll have so much to hide. I'll have to be a blushing bride. I'll walk the aisle so fast, so I can dodge my past. You'll see in me a blushing bride. I know the church will be filled with guys that I used too much. I know that when they look in my eyes, I'll have to blush, for so many boys could say so many things that day to give away the blushing bride. Hello, boys. Just playing a little hot number.
Miss Lamar, this is Mr. Blake, our family lawyer.
Good morning, Judge.
How do you do?
So you're Mr. Bad News himself, eh? The mug who's trying to help take my beautiful Wally away from
Miss
me.
Lamar, Mr. Blake and I have been talking things over. He's persuaded me that it would be advisable for me to postpone my decision about you and Wally. He feels that before giving you my final answer, I should get to know you better.
Oh, how ducky.
Yes, indeed, yes. Now, I suggest that you and Mr. Lee, in order to get better acquainted, take lunch together.
Well, if I'm going out with you, Uncle Steve, I must have some flowers. I couldn't think of going without them. Oh, Sadie, run downstairs to the little florist shop. You know, the place where I get 50% off. Buy me the nicest flowers you can find. Just heaps of them. Uncle Steve will give you the money.
Uncle Steve will give you the money.
And tell the boss to credit me with the discount. Now, I'll go slip on my hat, or the top step or something. Just cut yourself a piece of cake, Uncle Steve, and make yourself at home. Oh, I know you have a big, generous heart. If you could only be touched.
She touched you all right.
The nice thing you've done for me. Getting me mixed up with this girl.
Now, Steve, listen to reason. I know what I'm doing.
I doubt it.
Now, if you continue as you began by opposing Wally, you know he'll just go ahead and marry the girl with or without your consent. But if you play for time, get to know the woman well...
Well, what?
Well, then you'll be able to show her off to Wally as she really is.
Well, what do you think she really is?
I don't think.
No?
No, I know.
Oh.
Yes, she is a gold digger.
You mean?
A gold digger. A woman, generally young, who extracts money and other valuables from the gentlemen of her acquaintance, usually without giving any adequate return.
But how do you know Miss Lamar is one of those gold diggers?
Why, my dear fellow, in the first place, every woman is.
Yeah?
It's a feminine prerogative. They begin by gold digging their fathers. Then they develop a sort of sideline by gold digging the beaux. For candy, flowers, theater tickets, little dinner parties, automobile excursions, and so forth. And then they marry. Aha! And that's when the real gold digging begins. They learn the game by that time and how they play it. The average married woman doesn't leave her husband anything but the gold in his teeth. And even that isn't safe unless it happens to be in the back of his mouth.
I'm afraid you're right.
Why, of course I am. And these young ladies of the chorus are only pursuing their natural vocation as daughters of Eve by extracting the precious metal from the friends and admirers. And how beautifully they do it.
Now look here, Jim.
Yes?
I'm not going to trot around alone and unprotected with one of these gold diggers. You've got to join the procession.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You've got to go alone with her. Oh, yes. Take her to tea.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Dinners, suppers, especially suppers. The later it gets, the more you can find out about a woman. In fact, there is a certain hour between midnight and morning where she'll tell you everything. That is to say, she'll make you think she has.
But look here, Jim. You've got to stand by me if we're going through with this.
Oh, no. I don't want to get mixed up with them.
Oh, so you're afraid, too.
Afraid? Me? I?
Yes.
Afraid? I like to see the woman who can put anything over on me.
Oh.
Try not to be too long. Uncle Steve, will you fasten this little snapper? Do I intrude? Not at all, Mabel, darling. This is another one of my little girlfriends. Mabel, dear, I want you to meet Wally's uncle, Mr. Lee.
How do you do?
So charmed.
And this is Mr. Blake.
Oh, I'm delighted. Simply delighted.
Sicken.
Oh, you know, Mr. Blake, ever since I first saw you, I've been concentrating on you.
What? On me?
Look out for him, Mabel. He's a lawyer.
Oh, I adore lawyers. They get you alimony.
You came just in time, Mabel, dear. I'm having lunch with Mr. Lee, and we're leaving poor Mr. Blake all by himself.
Oh, ism's all by him lonesome.
Well, I can't
I'm
exactly...
hungry. Let's go to some expensive place.
Yes, it would be expensive.
Yes, let's drive out to a roadhouse. Oh, I feel just like a big dish of frog's legs. Of course, I'm not terribly dressed up, but then we could stop at a florist, and you could cover me up with orchids. You know, Mr. Blake, the very moment I laid my two eyes on you, I knew you were my weakness.
What?
Hasn't Mabel taken to Mr. Blake? I'm so glad. She's usually so timid with strangers.
Such a gentle little thing.
Well, sweetie, now that we're acquainted, let's go places and do things.
My dear young lady, really, what can I say? Steve, explain to the young lady, please.
You explain it yourself. I've got troubles enough of my own.
Oh, you know, Mr. Blake, I'm going to like you an awful lot, because you're my weakness now. In this age of machinery, you walk in a beanery, you drop a nickel in the slot and get a bowl of pepper pot. That's how you dine today. There's the airplane and radio and the talking picture show. Everything's electrified, mechanically we fly and ride. We'll soon make love that way. I want a mechanical man, a super dynamical man. So if he picks on me and he gives me a fuse, if he doesn't stop, I'll just turn off the fuse by pressing a button or two. He'll do what I want him to do. Say if he doesn't love me in a great big way, I'll have his battery charged and then he'll be okay. I think it's a
This life's a play from the start. It's hard to play through a part when there's an ache in your heart all day. I have my dreams till the dawn. I wake to find they are gone. But still the play must go on, they say. When I pretend I'm gay, I never feel that way. I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine. When I hold back a tear to make a smile appear, I'm only painting the clouds with sunshine. Painting the blues, beautiful hues, colored with gold and old rose. Playing the clown, trying to drown all of my woes. Though things may not look bright, they'll all turn out all right if I keep painting the clouds with sunshine. Painting the blues, beautiful hues, colored with gold and old rose. Playing the clown, trying to drown all of my woes. Though things may not look bright, they'll all turn out all right if we keep painting the clouds with sunshine.
A note for you, Miss Lamar.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, Uncle Steve, can you imagine? A note from one of my jealous boyfriends.
Oh, really?
Excuse me, please. I'll be back just as soon as I get rid of him.
All right.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Jerry, how are you making out with Wally's uncle?
I never saw a man change the way your uncle has. No matter what I do or say, he simply won't be shocked. I flirted with Barney Burnett just to make him think things. I've made a fool of myself all evening, and the tougher and dizzier I act, the better he seems to like me.
But, Jerry, we can't give up hope yet.
I'll see not. The party isn't over yet. Say, I've an idea. I'll bring Uncle Steve and the crowd to my apartment. You kids run ahead. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, isn't that a good time?
Oh, please don't do that.
Oh, isn't Steve?
Well, not exactly.
I'm sorry, dear. So sorry. But you're my weakness now.
Please! Don't you see I'm coming all apart?
Oh, sweetie. Say, listen, I'm going to sing you a nice little song. And the name of it is Keeping the Wolf from the Door. And you pretend that you're Little Red Riding Hood, and I'll be the wolf.
Woof, woof, woof.
Good.
All right, I'll pretend.
All right, boys. Let's have Wolf from the Door.
In every chorus lady's life, there comes a time of storm
pockets of leisure, they go find their pleasure, following the hounds all day. How can we hunt foxes when our landlord stocks us? Rents that we can pay. It drives a girlie dizzy, but she's gotta keep so busy, keeping the wolf from the door.
So hard knocks never hurt you. They may bruise a lady's virtue.
Keeping the wolf from the door. I've got a conscience, let me park it somewhere in the care of a nice millionaire. Still, I am not complaining, for I've had a lot of training, keeping the wolf from the door. Keeping the wolf from the door. A girl without finances often must accept advances, keeping the wolf from the door. You must use concentration to maintain your reputation, keeping the wolf from the door.
Each Mary wants a lamb who might have to steal.
Instead of a wolf, the wolf snap at her heels. Now listen, girls, you'll find it always pays to be broad-minded, keeping the wolf from the door. Wolf, 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 keeping the wolf from the door. Oh, boy, here I come, baby. Come on in.
Now, Mabel, please. Please, Mabel. No, that's all. Oh, my dear Mabel, you know, I'm all in. I've never done anything like this before.
Baby, it's about time you were starting. Oh, now that's mean. Is Mommy's little duck thirsty?
Yes.
Doesn't want a little drinky?
Please.
Will you wait right here?
Yes.
Don't you run away.
No.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
Now don't you go.
No.
Oh.
No, Mabel. Mabel, please.
Well, Jim, enjoying yourself?
Steve, tell me, how on earth can I get rid of that 5-pound wonder? You know, she is the roughest, noisiest girl I have ever met.
Cheaper for you if you married her.
Oh, don't mention it. The mere idea gives me cold shivers and fever. As it is, I am frightened stiff of a breach of promise suit. That's what she is working for. I can see it in her eyes.
But aren't you getting an awful kick out of all this?
No.
Aren't you having the time of your life? Aren't you?
I say, what on earth is the matter with you?
Oh, I'm living here. Just living.
Living?
It's youth, fun, gaiety, laughter. We've been letting ourselves get old. These young people are dancing the kinks out of our knees and out of our hearts. The spirit of youth. You ought to welcome it.
Ah, my dear fellow, we come into this thing here on a quest of youth.
No?
No. We came here to save Wally and find out something about that Lamar woman. And what have we accomplished? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except losing a lot of sleep and losing a lot of money.
But, Jim, it takes time to get to know a girl intimately. Besides, I'm beginning to like these showgirls.
What?
Yes. I found out that most of them are nice, respectable, hard-working kids.
You're not old enough to be in your dotage. So I guess you are just losing your mind.
Your dish is arriving.
Oh, yes, I hear her. Mabel.
There it is, darling. Here it is. Drink your water. Come on, sweetheart. Drink it. There, the precious boy. Oh, Mommy's little baby. Now, doesn't him feel better?
Oh, much better.
Oh, well, come on now. Let's dance.
No, Mabel. No, I won't dance, Mabel, now.
Oh, come on and
No,
dance.
where are you taking me?
Mama, we're going to dance.
No,
Come on.
Mabel, no, Mabel. What do you want with my life?
Come on, never mind about your life. I
Mabel,
want you to dance.
I am dancing to the world. Mabel, please.
Come on, darling. Just dance
Oh,
with me.
have
I'll hold you.
pity on me,
Hold
Mabel.
on to me, darling. I'll hold your hand up, baby. Hold on.
Now, wait a minute. I can't. I lost my guitar. Well, one is as good as another. What shall it be, girls?
Tulips.
Tulips? All right, boys, do you know tulips? Sure. Let's have it.
willow trees are weeping, old folks and babies are sleeping. Silver stars are gleaming, all alone I'm scheming, scheming to get you off here, my dear. Come, tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come, tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe from your pillow to the shadow of a willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Knee deep in flowers we'll stray, we'll keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Now he's out in the kitchen surrounded by them having the time of his life.
And nothing you do seems to shock
got him.
Ah, but the night is young.
Yes, but remember, he sails for Europe.
Don't be
Saturday.
impatient. Before the evening's over, I'll finish him off. See, I've got old Mabel's jewelry, and I borrowed Eleanor's $10,000 ring just to make me look rich and reckless. I've got to live up to Uncle Steve's conception of a chorus girl.
Well, do you really want to hear me sing?
I'm crazy to hear you sing.
Say, I don't want to hear that guy sing.
Oh, come on, miss. I want to hear you sing.
If you're singing for my benefit, you can save yourself the trouble.
Quiet. Go on, please. I'll keep them real quiet.
But what shall I sing?
That one, something about a kitchen.
About a kitchen? Oh, I know the one you mean. In a kitchenette.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I know that. Now I'm someone who wants, someone who longs for someone to roam with, alone with, to share a home with. I'm a fella whose Cinderella must cook as well as my mother and still be a baby who'll baby me. Want a girl who looks good in the kitchenette. Want a girl who cooks good and one who can pet. Want a girl who takes well to a coffee pot. Want a girl who shakes well to music that's hot. I want somebody who can drive my little liver. Somebody who can stew my chicken liver. Want a girl who'll keep me out of debt. Want a girl who looks good in the kitchenette. Want a girl who looks good in the kitchenette. Want a girl who cooks good and one who can tell. Want a girl who takes well to a coffee pot. Want a girl who shakes well to music that's hot. I want somebody who can drive my little liver. Somebody who can stew my chicken liver. Want a girl who'll keep me, I mean honey, keep me out of debt. Want a girl who looks good in the kitchenette.
Oh, it was marvelous. Please sing some more.
All right.
Mr. Lee, can I get you anything?
No, thank you, little lady.
Let me light it, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Lee, I like you very much. I hope you like me. Oh, dear. I've got stage fright. Good day. I mean, good evening. Goodbye.
She's a quaint little thing, isn't she?
She's a friend of Jerry's, isn't she?
Yes. She's done nothing all week but bob up and down to me and light my cigarette.
Yes. Oh, yes, I watched her. What's her game?
Game?
Yes.
Oh, nonsense. Everything's a game with you. Game.
Well?
You know, kids, I don't know whether Uncle Steve is on to me or not.
Jerry, I've got a hunch.
What sort of a hunch, Wally?
I can feel it coming on.
Well, what is it?
The very first thing you know, Uncle Steve will be wanting me to marry you.
Oh, Wally. And then I'll lose you.
Wait, I thought of something.
But Jerry, you've done everything you could think of.
No, I've done everything I dared, but not everything I can think of. When I get through with him tonight, he'll think I'm wild, all right, and he'll bless little Vi when she takes you away from me. Now run along, kids. Leave me alone with him, and don't come back for an hour. Hurry up. Goodbye. Hurry.
We've been making whoopee all night through. I've been making whoopee, so have you. Now it's time
for counting sheep. Time to get a little sleep. So go to bed. The clock in the steeple has said good night. Go to bed. It's time for good people to slumber tight. When you're under the covers and you dream of your lovers, dream of me, and I'll dream of you when I go to when you're under the covers and you dream of your lovers, dream of me, and I'll dream of you when I go to
You know, Jim, I think it's about time you went back to Mabel. She's probably looking for you.
No, I am darned if I will. This is the first peaceful moment I've had all evening. Oh.
I told you so.
Sweetie, have you been hiding from your little Mabel?
Mabel, Jim's been telling me how utterly lonesome he's been without you.
Oh.
And he's also confided in me that he wants to give you a little present.
Oh, sweetie. I couldn't let you do that. Why, you've already been so generous.
What is it, a diamond necklace?
Now, don't you dare give me a diamond necklace.
I'm trying to restrain myself.
Oh, I know what it is. A nice little bitty automobile.
What about 4 or 5 yachts?
Nope, I always get seasick. But a car. Oh, not one of those great big foreign cars. Just a simple little Lincoln. Something very chic. Maybe purple with ducky green wheels. And of course I need a chauffeur.
Now, Mabel, please wait a moment.
I tell you what, let's do.
What?
More fun, sweetie. Let's take a car and drive down to Automobile Row and window shop. And if we see anything we like, we'll buy it in the morning.
No. I'm sleepy and I want to go to bed.
Come on, the fresh air will do you.
No, I don't want to go window shopping, no. In fact, I can't afford to buy you a car.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, I cannot.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, Oh, what's the use? Mabel, don't you see? It would hurt your reputation if I were to buy you a car.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
People would talk, wouldn't they, sweetie?
Well, of course. You see, a man doesn't buy a girl a car unless he's engaged or married or something.
Oh, sweetie, you're so nosy.
No, I'm not. Oh, no. You have nothing in handwriting. You have no witnesses.
Sweetie, propose.
Please, Mabel, do be sensible, will you?
Oh, I wonder if Rover takes to you.
Eh?
Oh, I could never marry a man the Rover didn't like. But my sister takes to you.
Oh, yes, I forgot all about your sister.
Oh, don't you remember, sweetie? We're twins. Aren't you glad? If anything happens to me, you'll always have her.
Please, Mabel, don't knock me about.
Come on, let's go.
I won't go.
Come on.
I don't want to go window shopping.
You're going window shopping.
I want to go to bed.
You're not going to bed.
I want to go to
put
bed.
your hat on and take me down and buy me a nice little automobile.
I will not.
Come on and buy me
go to bed.
Come on, please buy me a great big automobile. Oh, please buy me an automobile. A nice big automobile.
so early?
Yes, I'm a little tired. I guess I'll be trotting home.
I won't let you go. I want you to stay. I want to talk to you about something.
Of course, if I can be of any help to you.
That's just it. I need your advice. I'll tell you what to do. You go now. I'll get rid of the others. Then you come back in about 15 minutes. Alone.
All right. Jay, will you ride home?
And you dream of your lovers. Dream of me, and I'll dream of you when I go to
Come on, Eleanor.
Back in 15 minutes.
All right. I'm so glad. Good night. Good night. I'm so glad. Come again. Good night.
Well, I say, Jerry, dear, it's been a perfectly charming party. One seldom sees quite this sort of thing in jolly old London, does one?
I bet all it's in shiny you ain't never seen London.
Topsy, dear, don't say ain't. And, darling, don't be any more vulgar than you can help. Furthermore, remember, I'm teaching you to ride at 10 tomorrow morning.
I still don't want to go home. It's too early.
Out with you, Topsy. Remember, even if you didn't have to ride in the morning, we've got a rehearsal at noon.
Charming affair. Enjoyed it no end, old fruit.
So glad. Good night.
Au revoir.
Good night. Oh, Uncle Steve, I feel so bad tonight. Hooray! Toodaloo!
I beg your pardon?
When I say toodaloo, you say toodle-doo.
Must I really?
Toodaloo!
Oh, I feel so foolish. Oh, very well, then. Toodaloo. Now, then, tell me all about it. Remember, confession is good for the soul.
Well, it all began when I was born. That's where the trouble always starts. I was born in a little town called Chillicothe.
Chillicothe. Poor girl.
That's just it. I was poor. If only I had been born rich, I'd have been spared everything. I was so young. Oh, Uncle Steve, I was born so young.
I'm sure of that.
I grew up there in Chillicothe, among the fields and the cows and the pigs and my relatives. I loved them all, even the relatives. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo. Then what?
I came to the city. I was 18. If I'd come a year earlier, I'd only have been 17.
Think of that. Only 17.
Then Harold floated my life. Harold Harrison.
He floated.
Yes, he was a swimming instructor. Oh, I trusted him and he deceived me.
Tad.
He told me he was a millionaire, but he couldn't even pay the installments on my radio. So I got a job in the chorus. Oh, Uncle Steve, the chorus. The chorus.
Oh, poor darling.
It was there that I met Louis. He was a big machine gun man from Chicago.
Did you marry him?
I can't remember. It's all so vague now. But David committed suicide.
Now, wait a moment. David?
Yes, I met him after Louis' wife came and took him back.
Louis?
Yes, I went with David to Arizona to forget. Poor David. He was subject to dizzy spells. He lost his balance and fell into the Grand Canyon.
Great Scott, how tragic.
Oh, I was heartbroken. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Right after that, I met Ferdy. Oh, he made life miserable for me. Just think, Uncle Steve, one night I was asleep on the couch when he came home. He gathered a lot of newspapers together and started a fire under me.
Fire? I mean, after all, Why a fire?
He said I was cold to him. They had to call the fire department to put me out. Oh, I'll stand for a good deal. But as I said to Ferdy, no gentleman, as is a gentleman, would ever start a fire under a lady.
Absolutely not.
Then there was Alonzo. He was Spanish. I met him before he was Spanish. He lived on garlic and hot tamales. And he chased me with a razor.
Good Lord. Garlic and a razor. That's a terrible combination.
Oh, but he didn't catch me. I took the next train to Newark. Oh, I was desperate. I wanted to get away from it all, away from the world, away from men. Oh, but Uncle Steve, there are men, even in Newark.
Now then, Jerry, you're commencing to cry all over again. I don't like to hear you go on like this.
I shouldn't have taken Wally away from Vi. Vi's such a good girl, Uncle Steve. Nobody can say a word about Vi. She'd make a good wife for Wally.
But if he doesn't care for
But he
her...
does. He does. I came along. I dazzled him. But he'll get over it. He'll go back to Vi. Oh, and then, Uncle Steve, you'll let him marry her? Please say yes.
Well,
It wouldn't be right for me to marry Wally. I've been such an awfully bad woman.
You have not. You mustn't say such things. You've been Pardon me. You've been unfortunate, that's all. I think that you're the dearest, sweetest girl I ever met.
Mr. Lee, do you realize what you're saying?
During this last week, I've learned your real character, your true self. I think you're a fine person. And from the bottom of my heart, Jerry, I honestly respect you.
I guess this has gone far enough, and I'll...
Jerry, if I thought for one moment that you could love me, I'd be only too proud to ask you to marry me.
Well, after what you've just said, I can't let you go on thinking...
Jerry, you don't seem at all too lewd.
Mother!
Yes, dear?
Were you asleep?
Yes, I did drop off. Has the company gone?
Quite a while ago, but there's a gentleman here I want you to meet. Mother, dear, this is Mr. Lee.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Lee.
And pardon me, Mrs. Lamar. I'm delighted to meet you.
I guess Mr. Lee wonders where you've been hiding, Mother.
I've been tucked away in Jerry's room. I am visiting her just for this week. You see, I only got in town today. My home is in...
Yes, I know. Chillicothe.
Chillicothe?
I thought perhaps you were still living where Jerry was born.
Jerry was born in Boston. We've always lived in Boston.
You see, Mother, I was sort of telling
Mrs.
Mr.
Lamar, I mustn't keep you up any longer. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Lee.
Thanks, Miss Lamar, for a very charming evening. Thanks also for your very talented performance on behalf of the modest little Violet. I trust you found me amusing. But now I think I get you.
Please, Mr. Lee.
In other words, I've been a fool. But there's a limit even to my folly. Goodbye, Miss Lamar.
Jerry, what has happened?
I'm so ashamed. He'll never forgive me. And I don't blame him. feel like rehearsing today. Oh, why doesn't Uncle Steve call me up and bawl me out or write me a nasty letter? Anything's better than never hearing from him again. I've made a mess of everything, and I did want to help you two kids, but I've just spilled the beans.
No, you haven't, Jerry.
Your uncle will hate showgirls more than ever now, but he's seen enough of little Vi to know that she's all right. We've accomplished that much anyhow. Yep, your only chance is to go to him and tell him the truth.
Hey, Jerry, what's wrong with Topsy St. Clair and that Dizzy Eleanor dame? They haven't shown up for rehearsal yet.
I don't know. I haven't seen them since last night.
Well, it's a wonder they wouldn't call me up and offer me a lot of excuses.
I say, do hurry, Olsen. You know we are atrociously late.
The next time you get me on a horse, it'll be a hobby horse.
Oh, I say, driver, just charge us and all that jolly sort of rot, no? Well, you won't be able to sit and concentrate for a while. You'll have to do it standing up.
Oh, I hope that horse feels as bad as I do.
Horseback riding is a sport of kings. Why, it's being done in all the better classes. Well, really, you know, there's nothing like it for reducing.
Reducing the horse. Oh, you should have seen the nasty look he gave me when I climbed down off him.
He wasn't a gentleman. She was a lady.
Well, all I got to say is one lady shouldn't ought to do such a thing to another.
And if I remember correctly, her name was Pearl.
It should have been Granite.
Really, Topsy. Come searching. Come dear.
Well, I hope this rehearsal hasn't interfered with any social engagements you ladies might have had.
Oh, I know we're frightfully late, old thing. But be a good egg and don't rest Lamar. You see, rehearsals are such a belly pack. And I'm so bored and fatigued.
And show up late once more for rehearsal, and both of you are all washed up with this troupe. Now get dressed and be quick about it.
Well, I'm all loose inside and collapsing. I can't do no rehearsal today.
Oh, I suppose that wasn't included in your contract, eh?
Now, don't get sarcastical. I'm a very sick woman. And I got a very sore...
Sore what?
Tell him the truth, Doc. One can't shock him. He's been married. Frequently.
Well, I had an accident. I was horseback riding. Oh, use your imagination.
Now you quit stalling and get upstairs and get dressed and get down on this stage before I tell you what I really think of you. Now, Saru.
Grand is no name for it, but you can imagine what he thinks of me now.
Well, I never dreamed I'd see you as sappy as you are over any man.
You're not half as surprised as I am.
Well, not that I want to be a killjoy, but don't take him so serious. Late at night when they're all lit up like Macy's windows, gentlemen say a lot of things they don't remember.
Don't you think he meant what he said about wanting to marry me?
He might have thought he meant it, but I don't believe anything any man tells me after 10 o'clock at night. Listen, baby, I've had him promise me diamonds at supper and the next morning send me up a box of stuffed prunes.
Hey, Jerry, come on, snap out of it. We're ready for that next number. And you, start memorizing that extra line. Do you know it?
Sure, I know it.
Well, let's hear it.
I am the spirit of the ages and the progress of civilization. I am the spirit. Oh, darn it, I've forgotten that second line. Isn't it? I am the spirit of the ages.
What a spirit.
Hello, sweetie. Why, I've been concentrating on you all afternoon.
Yes?
But I never thought you'd walk in on me like this.
No? What are you doing?
I'm rehearsing.
Oh.
They gave me an extra line. All my life I've wanted one more line. Now that I've got it, I forgot the darn thing.
Well, don't you worry, my dear. You know, the orchestra will play so loud while you're on the stage that nobody will hear you anyway.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, I tell you what, let's do. You take me out and buy me a nice, great big lunch, and then
Oh, yes, and then we'll buy the car you saw in the window last night this morning.
Oh, I was kidding last night. You're such a sweet thing. I don't want you to get me that car.
Well, I'll be... Why, Mabel?
Well, you know, ever since I met that girl that was selling the soap, I've been doing an awful lot of thinking.
Yes?
Well, you see, sweetie, as long as this old carcass holds together, everything is all right. But it's a losing fight. I can't keep up this massage business forever. And if I have my face lifted much more, it'll be on the top of my head.
Oh, nonsense, Mabel, dear. Why, you are still young and very attractive.
Oh, heaven bless you for them kind words, sweetie. Now, if you want to be a real pal and a regular fella, you give me the money that it's going to cost for that automobile, and I'll put it in the bank. Because poor Mabel doesn't want to spend her old age peddling dope.
Well, it's a bargain.
All right.
Now, Mabel, I would...
Well, what is it, sweetie?
You see, Mabel, you know, I think that perhaps Grover would take to me.
Oh, sweetie, you're proposing again.
Now, Mabel, please now, well, perhaps I am, perhaps I am.
Oh, sweetie, propose, sweetie, propose, sweetie, propose,
There you go
sweetie,
again,
propose,
Mabel,
sweetie,
around
propose,
here.
sweetie, propose,
Quiet,
quiet.
quiet. How do you expect us to go on with this rehearsal with you lovebirds chattering out there?
I beg your pardon, sir, it's all my...
Oh, and how did you get in here?
A $10 bill.
Hey, you stay there and study that extra line.
I am the spirit of civilization. I am the spirit. What am I anyway? I am the spirit. I'm a spirit. I am the spirit of the ages and the progress of civilization. I am the spirit of civilization and the I am the spirit. Oh, I give in. I don't want to be a spirit.
What will I do?
Say, you. You know that song you sang at the finish of the second act last night?
Yes.
Well, it was terrible. Half of the audience wanted their money back.
Well, I got a new song. Listen, I want you to hear it. Just play that over again, will you?
Well, all right.
What will I do without you? I'll be so blue without you. Where will I go when you go away? Who do I know to go out and play with? I've been so wild about you. I'll be a child without you. When my lips burn for the kiss I yearn for, what will I do without you? You're telling me what I can't see right in your eyes. You want to go, it's better so, I realize. It's going to grieve me to see you go. Before you leave me, please let me know. What will I do without you? I'll be so blue without you. Where will I go when you go away? Who do I know to go out and play with? I've been so wild about you. I'll be a child without you. When my lips burn for the little kiss I yearn for, what will I do without you?
Isn't he wonderful? I could listen to him forever. Oh, yes, I heard about you last night at Jerry's party. Nicky, dear, sing me a song. Nicky, you're marvelous. Please sing some more. And who are you for 5 minutes? Lay off him, you understand? If you don't, I'm going to make those big brown eyes of yours black and blue. You and what quartet?
Hey, what's the idea? What's going on around here, anyway?
He hit me. That's what the idea is. Spirit of civilization and the progress of what have you. I am the spirit of... I am the spirit of progress, and the spirit of progress am I. I am the spirit, and into the valley of death rolled the six. No, that's the wrong one. I am the spirit of 74. Oh, what is that other line? I am the spirit of the ages. I am the spirit. I am whose spirit? I am my grandmother's spirit. Oh, that's the wrong answer. I'll just kick down your shelf. I am the spirit of the... I am the spirit of the Schubert. No, that's the... And the progress of civilization. I am the spirit of...
Well, Doc, how's the eye?
Oh, I've tried to cover it up with makeup, but it's hopeless. I can't go on like this.
Oh, gee, this is great, and the show's just about ready to start. Jerry, Collins won't be able to go on tonight. You know all our songs and routines. Do you think you can play our part?
No, I guess so.
Wait. Hey, boys, go over in Collins' dressing room, get all her costumes, and bring them right over here, see? Jerry's going to take her place tonight. And you, go downstairs and get that script and bring it right up here. She's going over her lines. Now, be quick about it. Hey, Jerry, we only got about 15 minutes, so make it snappy. Good luck, kid.
Jerry, snap out of it. Forget him. Oh, you should be the happiest girl in the world. You're playing the lead tonight. It's the chance you've been waiting for all your life.
I can't think of anything but him. He won't forgive me. He must have cared though, or else he couldn't have asked me to be his... Would he? Oh, dear, I feel like the dickens.
Maybe that's him now.
Hello?
Jerry, I tried to see Uncle Steve at the club, but he wouldn't talk to me.
Well, I guess it's all over then. I'm sorry for you kids. I've made a mess of things for you as well as myself.
I wish I knew what to do. I'm going right over there and make him listen to me.
Goodbye, Wally. He refused to see Wally, so he'll never forgive me.
Oh, the poor fish.
Oh, Mabel, don't call him a fish. He's the most wonderful man. And I could have had his love and his respect and all.
Men, the brutes. But, oh, baby, how I love them. I am the spirit of the ages and the progress of civilization. I am the spirit of liberty and the progress of... What? What am I the progress of? Huh? Tell a guy, huh? Will you? Help me out. What am I the progress of? I'm the progress of some darn thing or other. Maybe it's next week.
Shades of night are creeping, willow trees are weeping, old folks and babies are sleeping. Silver stars are gleaming, all alone I'm scheming to get you out here, my dear. Come, tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe from your pillow to the shadow of a willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. In flowers we'll stray, we'll keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe from your pillow to the shadow of the willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Progress of civilization. I am the spirit of the ages and the progress of civilization.
Well, you're a pain in the neck to me, Jerry.
Please.
I am the
I say, Mabel, old fellow, would you mind rehearsing somewhere else? You know, you're becoming downright poisonous with your spirit and your ages and all that belly rock.
Nevertheless, I am still the spirit of the ages.
And the progress of civilization. I am the spirit of progress of the civilized. I am the oh, so's your Aunt Minnie. I am the spirit. I am a fairy. No, I'm not a fairy. I am a spirit.
Curtain in 5 minutes, Miss Lamar.
All right, I'll be there. Please let me alone. Who is it?
May I come in?
Yes, please come in, Mr. Lee. Oh, I'm so glad you came.
Lamar,
Jerry, isn't it splendid? What, dear?
That Uncle's given his consent.
He really has. I'm so happy.
And now we're going right down to Tiffany's and get a nice big diamond ring.
Say, wait a moment, you kids. What are you going to use for money?
We don't need money, mister. Uncle Steve, as long as we have each other.
You might find that difficult to explain to Tiffany. Well, dash along and spend your money. And if you need any more, you can call on me.
Oh, Uncle Steve, thank you. Goodbye, Jerry. Goodbye, Uncle Steve.
Boy, I'm crazy about that girl.
You seem to be.
Uncle Steve, you are wonderful.
Jerry, last night when I was in a somewhat toodaloo condition, I said several things. I distinctly remember saying one thing. I asked you to marry me. I see now that I was a little hasty, and I wish to apologize.
Why did you apologize if you didn't mean it?
What makes you think I didn't mean it?
I've been told that a man doesn't mean anything he says after 2 a.m. when he's toodalooed.
Jerry, you mustn't believe all that you've been told.
Do you remember anything else you said last night?
3 more minutes, Miss Lamar.
All right, I'll be there. Go ahead, Uncle Steve.
I remember saying that you were the sweetest, dearest girl that I'd ever met.
Do you still think so?
I certainly do. Oh, Jerry, I love you. I love you very much. Won't you please marry me?
Look out, Uncle Steve. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for. There's quite a family of us. There's Mother and Bobby.
Bobby?
Bobby's my little brother. He lives with Mother. Just 5, Uncle Steve. I've always looked after him, and I must keep on doing so. Oh, but Bobby needs so many things. A pony and lots of clothes. And he eats so much. Then, of course, he'll grow up and you'll send him to school and to college and start him in business. Then there's Uncle Charlie and Cousin Minnie.
Jerry, what are you doing to me?
You know what I'm doing. I'm gold digging.
Waiting, Miss Lamar.
All right, I'm coming.
Lots of luck tonight, Jerry.
Steve, you're a darling.
You toe dancers, get up on your toes tonight and give your heels a rest. Come on, quick. Think about it. Come on, put some snap into this number. Last night you were all dying on your feet.
I am the spirit of the ages and the progress of civilization. Oh, sweetie, these slides are too much for my memory. I know I'm going blank the minute I get out there. Oh, I'm so nervous, I'm all goosebumps.
Hey, what's here? I haven't seen it. Hey, boy. Go upstairs and get Jerry and drag her down here. Hurry up, for the love of Mike.
them one.